Here we are again, and welcome. We are the Vinyl Community Guncles here to review another album. This one suggested by Mike. This is the 2018 release from Janelle Monae, and it is called Dirty Computer. And so we're all had a chance to listen to this, and we'll all be giving our opinions. That's the way we do it. One of us picks an album, the other three give it a listen, and then we all four give our reviews. And then the next person picks one, and so on and so forth. We are the Vinyl Community Guncles. I'm Robert Fitton, along with Craig from Greg's Vinyl Plethora, Richard from Calvin Wazoo, and ladies and gentlemen, the man that just did a major upgrade on his YouTube profile photo. And I'm talking major upgrade. It's Mike from HubTunes.
What?
What did I do?
You went from like a torn paper airplane to a Learjet. You got David Bowie on there now.
Oh, he's been there for a while.
Well, I said recently. It's relative.
Well, he doesn't watch. He doesn't watch our video, correct?
That's true. He didn't.
And by the time this comes out,
no, I just said you went from a major upgrade on your profile.
Yeah. Well, we like it.
Thank you.
All right.
Certainly better than what it was.
What was it?
You loved that picture.
Oh, it was the old image. Oh, yeah.
Donald Fagan or whatever his name is, right?
Well, that's a famous photo.
Oh, it is? Okay. I don't know.
And
Richard, tell us all about Janelle Monae.
Right.
Yes.
All right. So,
give it to
us. Dirty Computer. All right. Janelle Monae. You know, I kind of like this album, but I don't quite like it enough. I think is a way to express it, at least for me. There's a couple really good songs I thought on here. I thought it opened really well with the title song, Dirty Computer. I really like that sweeping sound that it has, and it's a good opening track. Crazy Classic Life. It's a decent song, but it seemed like, to me, kind of just superficial hedonism going on. The rap at the end, though, was kind of a highlight for that song. I thought that was pretty good. And I kind of think the ending of the song was a little bit prescient, you know, given what's going on in our world today. Take a Bite. It's got this funky beat to it, but it just seemed to lack the rawness of really good funk. And frankly, even the couple times that I was listening, I like completely lost interest in the song. I like got up and started doing other things, and I wasn't listening to the song anymore. Jane's Dream was this weird little instrumental interlude. It was, you know, I don't know. It was interesting. Screwed, sassy, funky, nihilistic, but in the wrong direction. That's what I wrote down. I like when there's a little bit of nihilism thrown into a song, but this nihilism is, yeah, you know, the world is in a shitty place, but we're just gonna party, you know, we're just gonna party and not, you know, to hell with it or whatever. We're screwed, but so, you know, whatever. Then Django Jane. That song I like. I think that was probably the best song for me on there. She's got some real sass going on in that song, and I really, really like that. I like the line where she talks about the emoticons or Decepticons, you know, just little touches like that. Pink. This album is dirty, and this song is it's innovative. It's an innovative song about vaginas, and it just really is kind of fun. And I like the way the bridge. There were two bridges in the song, toward the end, and I like the way it really rocked the bridges. But the rest of the song too it was pretty good. The video is outrageous, in a good way, I think. Very, very clever with the choreography going on in that video. Make Me Feel was another favorite song. I have Big Star by it because it's got this funky, skanky beat. I mean, that's what it came. Very Prince-like though, in the way it sounded. And then there were a couple other songs too. It kind of felt like I kept going, man, have I heard this? I've heard this before. I've heard this before, and I can't, I couldn't really pin it. Like I Got the Juice. It's catchy, but it seemed kind of reductive. It just, I was kept going, God, where have I heard this before? And I couldn't do it. But I did write down the line that I really like. If you try to grab my pussy, this pussy will grab you back. I just like that sass. I like that song. The next two songs, I like that and Don't Judge Me. These are what I call like this neo R&B style that kind of developed in the 80s and 90s with the boy bands and Boys to Men kind of thing, that style. And I was never a fan of it. Give me some old school R&B. That's what I like. So those two songs were really my least favorite. And Stevie's Dream is this little Stevie Wonder interlude. So Afraid, that's another song I put a star by. I really like the very simple guitar that was going on with it. It's got kind of an alt rock, alternative rock feel to it. And then the crescendo at the end, I thought that was a pretty good buildup. And then it comes back down to its somber tone. So yeah, I kind of like that one. And Americans, the closer, I wrote down, it's so Madge with Prince. I just kept thinking, man, this is like a Madonna melody. She's using a Madonna melody, but I couldn't quite nail it. And plus, it seemed to contradict some of the earlier songs. I mean, she's singing about, don't try to take my country. She's trying to be, patriotic, defensive, or whatever. But these earlier songs are like, yeah, the world's going to hell. We're just gonna fucking party, go to hell with it. So it just seemed to be contradictory. It was a good message to end the album, but the rest of the album was like not that to me anyway. Although the speech at the end that she has, I don't know who the speaker is. That was good. I like that. So
that is.
Yeah, I didn't look up credits to see who
I don't think it says.
who it was. But
She's got a lot
anyway,
of people on the record.
Yeah.
Brian Wilson,
who is it?
Kravitz.
Brian Wilson was on the opening song.
Dirty Computer. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so was Farrell. He was on one of the songs. I can't remember which one it was. Anyway, so yeah, there were a couple really, really good songs that I like. I wouldn't mind buying the singles for Django Jane and Make Me Feel, and maybe for So Afraid too. I wouldn't mind getting the singles of those. But the rest of the album, I'm going to give it 3.5 rainbows.
So isn't it great that we can all have completely different opinions on music and we can all still get along? What a boring world this would be if we all liked the same thing. We would only need like 5 albums and 2 movies.
And then no conversation.
Right. Yeah. There wouldn't even need to be a vinyl community because everybody could just agree that these are the 5 albums.
Everything is great. Yeah. And that's all we need to have on it. The first 5 Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this was Everything I Don't Like on one album. So it was concise in that way. I mean,
Craig, you're up.
Yeah.
Was her voice auto-tuned on the song?
There were 14
Absolutely
vocal engineers on this album.
Okay.
14. There were 9 producers on this album. If you want a channel that really delves into auto-tune, and I'm not talking about auto-tune as an effect or a style like Cher or T-Pain. I'm talking about auto-tune as a way to fix people's voice and take all of the humanity out of it and all the soul out of it, check out this channel called Wings of Pegasus. This guy has the equipment and the knowledge and everything to really, and his channel used to be about all kinds of music, but he's really kind of tailored it to exposing auto-tune over the last like year. And he really does a nice job of showing you the way, if you're listening to something and you're not quite, this just doesn't sound real to me. It does not grasp. It's not touching me. It's not heartfelt. I can't quite put my finger on it. He explains this is why. It's become an industry standard, not only for recorded music, but for live concerts.
Oh yeah.
The best thing was when the guy from Papa Roach, they forgot to turn off the auto-tune when he starts talking to the audience. So he's just talking to the audience, and the auto-tune's trying to like pitch his voice up and down. But yeah, I didn't care for it at all. It is way too over. Yeah, no. With all those,
not even one moment.
I think the song "Don't Judge Me," ironically, was probably the best song on there because it's the one that sounds the least kind of overcooked. I'm not a fan of all of this, like 9 producers and 14 vocal technicians, and just sing and record it. This is like one step away from AI to me, and that's where it's all headed. I mean, I'm doing 1983 right now on my own channel, listening to all these, and this is where the synthesizers start coming in and the drum machines, and the people back then were like, this music is just plastic. And well, at least real people are playing those, and it's a 4-person band, and they might have one producer. This is just a music by committee. This has all of the heart and soul of a corporate email. I mean, and it's on Atlantic, the Bad Boy imprint. So it's Sean Puffy Combs label. So this is financing child rape. So even better. I'm going to give it 1.5 rainbows. The half rainbow because, well, at least she's not homophobic.
She's definitely not that.
She's definitely not homophobic because she's gay.
Yeah, that's the half rainbow for that. Yeah. Next.
Wow. So I love Janelle Monae, but her 2 previous albums I actually like better. This I hadn't heard this one before though, so I knew a couple of the songs very well. The Dirty Computer, I just kind of felt like Brian Wilson. Let's just see if we can add Brian Wilson to a song. That's just kind of how I felt about that. It's fine. I loved that it was only 2 minutes long, but that's really what it felt like. Is let's see if we can get Brian Wilson on a track. Okay, he's going to do some oohs and ahs or whatever. There were 4 singles released off of this. Did Jane, Pink, Make Me Feel, and then I like that. I think Pink is fantastic. I love that song. I love the whole vibe of it.
You should hear the Aerosmith one that came like 10 years earlier.
Yeah, I know that song too, and I actually really like the Aerosmith. And it says that they use samples of that song in her song. So, but Make Me Feel, that song just gets me all boogie woogie, bugle boyish. I love it so much. The song with Pharrell is terrible. I Got the Juice or whatever. Yeah, not good. I don't really remember the Americans, except all I wrote next to it was meh. So Stevie Wonder's little talking thing, again, it kind of felt like, oh, let's just see if we can get Stevie Wonder to say something on the record, because he didn't actually sing anything with her. He just talked for a couple seconds. So 46 seconds to be exact. And then I thought maybe he co-wrote some of the songs, but then when I looked it up, there's somebody, Mike something Wonder. Oh, Nate Rocket Wonder. So that's where the Wonder is, because I thought, oh, did Stevie like help write some of these songs? Because it just said Wonder in the credits. And then I looked that up and I'm like, no, his only credit is the talking part on that one song. So yeah. What was this? The Screwed is all right. Zoe Kravitz, I love her. I don't know that she brought anything to the track, but yeah, I mean, obviously don't hate this as much as Fifth End does, but yeah, I like her the Arch Android, like her debut album. It was so funky and all these different soundscapes, and it wasn't. I kind of felt like she just was getting closer and closer to like a pop sound that I didn't feel was her. And so like her Metropolis EP, which came out before the Arch Android, and the Electric Lady I love, which it's got like Prince and Erykah Badu, and yeah, this one's just not as good as those. But again, I'm not as hateful as Fifth End. So 3.5 Rainbows. You're not hateful. You're giving your opinion.
I hate
I like to give you shit.
And by the way, it starts off with something about we're going to forget about the world is ending pretty much, so we're just going to party, and then ends with a patriotic song. That's pretty much Prince 1999 album. But anyway,
yeah,
he does the same thing. The song's called Free.
So I didn't know who the hell Janelle Monae was, and until this album came out, I didn't even know this album.
Hi, kitty.
Oh, good. We have a cat to distract us.
And he didn't like it either.
No.
I think Kitty loved it,
especially being held. So Corey and I went to see the show. I had no idea who this was. He's like, "Come on, we're going to a concert." He dragged me to her show. I was very, very impressed with her show. Blew me away, actually. She's very talented, but of course, backing tracks through the whole thing. A lot of dancing, a lot of backup dancers, but it was a really entertaining show. I was thoroughly enjoying the entire show. It was really, really good. So when I got home, I actually bought the record, and I chose this because I wanted to get out of my middle-aged white guy rut that I was in before somebody accused me of being racist because I only picked white artists and bullshit.
Yeah, but you can't win that, because then when you pick a black artist or Latino artist or any kind of art, then all of a sudden, well, you don't.
You're just patronizing.
You're doing that because
you
you're white.
You're
right.
Absolutely right. And I'm also the guy who I think I did Mavis Staples. I anyway.
But we all have. I mean, we've all.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Anyway, so this is all right. It's not great. There's like 2 songs on here I really, really like. The first song with Brian Wilson, "Dirty Computer," it sounds like half a song. It kind of just like ends. It's like, wait. I mean, I like the song. I actually kind of like it, but it just ends kind of abruptly. It just, I don't know. It feels unfinished. And then "Crazy Classic Life" is kind of meh. That it's very long. 14 songs is way too long. Django Jane, I do like. Pink, I like. It Make Me Feel is probably my favorite song on here. I like that. I also kind of like. And then the last side, there's not much on there. That American song is terrible. That closes the whole album out. It doesn't fit in. It just, I don't know. I dig her. I think she's really cool as a human being.
Yeah,
she's an incredible actress.
Yes.
She's really an awesome. So like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed the show. But it was a greatest hit show. So she did the 3 hits off of this, and then the stuff from Electric Lady or whatever that was, because that's a good record.
That's a good one. And the other thing too that I forgot to mention about her is like when she kind of came out on the scene and stuff, it was that kind of gender bending type thing. Mm-hmm. She was all in tuxedos and her hair all up in pompadours and all that stuff, and it's just kind of like, yeah, she's brilliant. It's just, this is not. And the parts when she raps, like, I don't feel Janelle should rap.
I actually like that one song that she raps on. What is that? I actually kind of like that one. I thought she did a really nice job on it. But yeah, I mean, is it, this isn't not my wheelhouse, people. But there's some stuff on here I really like. I mean, I would listen to this over a Beyonce album any day, or a Lily Allen album.
Well, I know. Have you heard Lemonade?
No, I don't need to hear Lemonade. So yeah, I'm giving it 3
Maybe
rainbows.
you do.
No, I don't.
Maybe
So,
I'm gonna pick it.
Also, the artwork on the inside, I don't know if you can see this, but the artwork from here is really, really cool. I totally dig the artwork.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
No, it's a good cover.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
yeah.
as good as Lily Allen's.
Cool.
No, you loved that cover. What's your rating?
3 rainbows.
3. So that would be.
Uh-oh.
11 and a half.
Oh.
Oh,
That's.
Richard knows what we're going to be listening to next. Why? What could that possibly be?
What are we listening to next, Richard?
well, that's my choice. And it's this here, the Barcays.
God.
And it is too hot to stop, man. Too hot to stop.
They are too. Look at them. They are way too hot to stop.
Well, and
Yeah,
even
that's
on
like
the back
Orleans
cover, they
times
got a
2.
naked lady on the stage with them.
I love naked ladies on the stage. That is too hot to stop.
Calm down, Craig.
So we'll be doing that and all kinds of other fun things as well. Won't you please join us? We are the Vinyl Community Guncles. Wow, I can't wait to read the comments that are going to be coming on this video. What names will be? What will we be accused? What will I be accused of mostly? Can't wait to find out.
Everything.
All of us are going to be accused of something.
Everything. Hey, I love her.
We are the Vinyl Community Guncles. I'm Robert Fithen, along with
Richard at Calvin Wazoo.
Craig's Vinyl Plethora.
Mike at Hub Tunes.
Hopefully we'll talk to you again soon and you'll watch.
Yeah.
I know some of you won't be back. Oh well.
We still love you.